and the secret of the convocation. 13 mages, blinded, driven by the greed for divine power, and under the bondage of the Circle, their armies unleashed death and destruction, bonded with the power of ancient runes, cursed to eternal life and eternal death. Until the last day of the old era had dawned.
So have you come to witness the day of my ultimate triumph, poor old man?
No. To witness your downfall. You cannot win. The convocation is a lie. It will destroy all of us.
So... You shouldn't have come. You really think I care a fig for your whimpering?
Tahira! Rowan sent us. He needs the power of the Rune Warriors. The Northern Realms are in danger.
Rowan knows I will never serve a Circle Mage again. My powers are exhausted. I have seen quite enough misery and bloodshed. Rowan will have to look for somebody else.
That's why he sent us. A very special rune lies concealed somewhere in these lands. We're here to search for it. But we were attacked and Lev is wounded. He needs your help. We need your help.
Then I hardly have any choice. Very well. I will help you. Where is Lev?
I lost sight of him somewhere behind the gate there. I hope he's still alive. These damned orcs.
I'll look for him. You stay here by my hut.
Thank you, Tahira. It's good to have you back with us.
Welcome to the world of SpellForce. In this prologue, we will explain the game to you. Let's start with some general information. The name of the main character in the prologue is Tahira. She is a combination of fighter and sorceress. From now on, we will refer to the main character as the Avatar. Once you've solved the prologue, the game will continue with the avatar you selected before starting the game. Whenever you hold the mouse pointer over a button or an object, a help window with additional information will appear in the bottom left corner of the screen. When you are asked to click on something, this means a click with the left mouse button. We'll tell you about the right mouse button a little later in this presentation. When you click the Options button in the upper right, you can save the game or change the game settings at any point in time. Now select your avatar by clicking on Tahira in the game world. Very good. You can move the view with either the cursor keys or with the mouse by holding down the right mouse button. You can also adjust the view by moving the mouse pointer to the appropriate edge of the screen. A selected unit is marked with a colored ring. Your own units have a green ring, enemy units a red, and neutral or allied units a blue ring. In the lower left, you can see the currently selected units and some additional information such as name, health condition, and amount of mana. You can select your avatar at any time by clicking on the Portrait button in the upper left corner of the screen. By clicking on the Portrait button with the right mouse button, the view will be moved to the appropriate unit. Move Tahira down the path to the east and through the open stone gate to the Bindstone, a large boulder, by clicking the right mouse button next to it. The Bindstone offers the avatar an opportunity to connect his rune with this place. Should he perish, he will appear in the last Bindstone used. Enemies are able to sever the connection to a Bindstone if they attack it, thus causing you to lose one active Bindstone. Select the Bindstone with a click. At the bottom edge of the screen, you will find the Action bar. A new symbol for Activate this Bindstone should have appeared there. Click on that symbol. The Bindstone will light up and is now active. You are now bound to this Bindstone. In the lower right, you will find the Overview map. Black areas have not yet been explored and are automatically uncovered when you approach them with units. Your avatar has a greater view radius, so he will uncover a larger area. The dots on the overview map are in different colors. Green dots represent your own units, red enemy and blue neutral or allied units or buildings. A few special objects such as monuments are marked in yellow. Continue along the path to the east. SpellForce offers you the option of witnessing the events of the game from different views, including the third-person perspective, where you see the action from a position directly behind and slightly above your avatar. To change the view, press the Page Up key to zoom in and the Page Down key to zoom out. or simply turn the mouse wheel. By moving the mouse wheel downwards or pressing page down, the camera will zoom out into an almost vertical perspective. Now, when you move the mouse wheel upwards or press page up, you will see the normal isometric views from different distances. Now change to the third-person perspective by zooming in closer. This is only possible if your avatar is inside the field of view. In the third-person perspective, you can control your avatar directly with the cursor keys or with the A, D, S, and W keys. If you hold down the right mouse button, you can change the view direction. Otherwise, operating SpellForce in this perspective is identical with the isometric view. Follow the path in third-person perspective toward the east to the next stone gate. You can change to the third-person perspective anytime, but for now, we will assume change back to the normal isometric view with the mouse wheel. An enemy goblin is lurking around the next corner. He isn't very dangerous. When you hold the mouse pointer over him, a bar will show you his health condition. Select your avatar and click with the right mouse button on the goblin. Your avatar will attack the goblin. As soon as he has been defeated, we will continue. The goblin's corpse will light up, which indicates that he was carried an object. You can now take possession of himself. Take up a position close to the dead goblin and click on the corpse with the right mouse button. You can then see what object the goblin had with him on the left-hand edge of the screen. Click on the shield to take it with you. It will be automatically added to your inventory. The shield increases your avatar's armor class when you are carrying it. With a higher armor class, you lose fewer life points when an opponent hits you with the weapon. To open your inventory, click on the backpack symbol in the action bar, which can be found on the bottom of the screen. A window will open, and on the left you can select the different categories of your inventory. Click on the ring symbol, which stands for equipment. On the left, you now see the unused equipment. In the middle, the objects your avatar is currently using, and on the right, your character's current data. We'll deal with this data later. To equip your avatar with the shield, you must first pick it up with the mouse. Click on the shield and then click on the free section for the left hand beside the torso. Now close the inventory with a click on the backpack or the check mark in the lower right of the window, or by simply pressing I again.
I should have stuck with my books. I hope you haven't forgotten your... Please heal...
In the upper left-hand corner, you can see a clickable portrait of the avatar. We call these buttons portrait buttons. The green bar in the portrait indicates the character's health. When the character is injured, it will change color from green to yellow to red, depending on the severity of the injury. When the character has no more life points, he perishes. Your avatar's life points will, however, regenerate with time.
I should have... I hope you haven't... Please...
The blue bar represents mana, magic energy. When a character's mana reserves have been depleted, he cannot cast any more spells. Mana is also replenished with time. Follow the path through the next stone gate until you have reached the wounded Lev. If someone offers you a dialogue, a symbol will float above the character. If this person is relevant to the main quest, it will be an exclamation mark. If the person is only relevant for optional side quests, it will be a question mark.
I thank you, Tahira. Without you, I would have been lost.
What happened anyway?
Yes, a special rune. But the ruins are just swarming with orcs. We had to. Kaela knew where your house was. That's why.
All right.
As you command. Here, this spell scroll. I captured it from. Keep following the trail. Perhaps you'll run across Joshua somewhere.
Select your avatar, approach Lev, and click on him with the right mouse button to begin the dialogue. You have a healing spell at your disposal. If you wish to use a magic spell, there are two possibilities. The simplest possibility is offered by the click and fight system. To use this, select Lev. Under your avatar's portrait button, all meaningful actions for the selected target will appear. The blue hand is the symbol for the healing spell. Click on the symbol to heal Lev. The click and fight system can be used in the same way to launch damaging spells or melee attacks on hostile targets. As soon as you select an enemy unit, appropriate hostile actions will be offered. The alternative to this is the classic method. Select your avatar, then click the healing spell in the action bar.
Thanks for...
Speak to Lev again. You have received additional experience points and a magic spell scroll from Lev. It contains the Fireball spell. Once you have collected a specific number of experience points, your avatar will move up one level, will become stronger, and will be able to learn new skills. You receive experience points by defeating opponents and successfully solving quests. When you die, you lose a small amount of experience points every time. Next, your avatar should learn the magic spell you have just received. Open your inventory and click on the symbol for Spellbook. On the left, you will see the inventory for magic spell scrolls. On the right, your spellbook, and above it, the so-called magic memory, with 9 free spaces at the current moment. Click on the scroll in the inventory to place it on the mouse pointer. Then click any free space in your spellbook.
Stand by me.
You now have transferred a new spell into your spellbook. You can enter any number of spells into your spellbook, but you can simultaneously memorize and use 10 of those magic spells in your magic memory. Learn the Fireball magic spell by clicking on the Fireball symbol in your spellbook, and then click on any free space in your magic memory. Now close your inventory. Follow the path until you see the Minotaur. Use the Fireball spell to defeat the Minotaur. Many creatures are partially or completely resistant to specific types of magic. Your avatar can also use rare objects found in the course of the game to protect himself better from magic attacks. Behind the next gate, a fire elemental creature awaits for you. This creature is completely resistant to your fire magic. Continue along the path. Try to use your magic spell against the fire elemental creature. If a creature has resisted a magic spell, you will see white bouncing sparks. After this, defeat the fire elemental creature in close combat. The fire elemental was carrying a hero's rune and 4 objects. Take possession of these. Beside your main character, you now have up to 5 heroes at your disposal. The heroes are your strongest allies and may have magic powers. The hero's rune you just found represents a skilled long-range fighter. The rune establishes the hero's characteristics and abilities. In the course of the game, you will find more runes and also replace some of the older runes. To summon a hero, you must use the hero's rune in your rune table, which you always have with you, and then find a hero's monument for the summoning procedure. Open your inventory and go to the category Rune Board.
I have to stop him.
Ты напрасно явился. Неужто ты думаешь, мне сделал до твоей... А почему он не реагирует на мысли?
On the left side, you will see your currently unused runes, and on the right, the runes entered in the Rune Board. In the upper half of the rune table, you will find the spaces for the hero's runes, and below the spaces for workers' runes, subdivided into light and dark races. Depending on which level your avatar has, you can apply up to 5 runes at once. Click on the rune of the hero and place it in one of the empty fields of the rune tablet located at the top. Now you will have to arm the hero. You should have received a bow, a dagger, and 2 pieces of armor. Go into the inventory and select the category Equipment. On the right side of the window, you will now see 2 portraits. Select the lower portrait and give your hero the 4 new objects from the left side of the inventory. The bow must go into his left hand. That's the space on the right-hand side. If your avatar or a hero cannot use an object, it will be marked with a red background. Close your inventory. Follow the path to the Great Monument. This is the Hero's Monument. Go right up to the Hero's Monument, select it, and click on the rune symbol in the action bar. Aside from the Hero Monument, the symbol of a hand appears in the selection window. You can inform yourself of the rune power of your avatar. Every time you call upon a hero, or later on, even a worker, you lose a bit of your rune power.
Follow me.
And calling upon them takes a bit longer every time, too. Rune power regenerates itself automatically in the course of time.
Here,
At your
Very
service.
well.
on my command.
Now you can summon the hero. Select the monument and
Follow
click on
me.
the symbol for the hero in the action bar. After a
Follow
few
me.
seconds, the hero
Freedom.
should appear. A second portrait button for your new hero should now appear in the upper left corner. You can now command the hero. If you want to select several units simultaneously, you can hold down the left mouse button in the game world and drag a frame around both characters. As soon as you release the left mouse button, the selection is established.
It's an ambush.
You can combine combat units to form groups. To do this, select the units and click on one of the small buttons at the top of the screen in the middle, or hold down the control key and select a number
Follow
key
me.
from 1 to 6 for
Get
the
arms,
respective
men.
group.
Now, I shall not fail. Freedom.
Once you have defined a group, a portrait
It's an ambush.
will appear at the top of the screen with the number of units in the group. The functionality of the portrait button is identical to your avatar's.
Destiny awaits. Quickly now.
You can now very quickly select a group by clicking
Quickly
on the
now.
appropriate portrait button or pressing a number key from 1 to 6. Follow the path further towards the south. Have a house looking undead.
Stay with me.
Together with your hero, you can win this. Use your magic to defeat the undead.
Rune warriors, stand by me.
Well done. One of
I'm
the
ready, let's
undead
go.
was carrying a valuable
To
gem.
adventure.
Take it along with you.
Let's go. Forwards.
Should you want to
Follow
further
me.
test your fighting skills, turn north here. Otherwise, follow the path farther towards the south.
To adventure.
Follow the path until you find the merchant.
Yes,
Merchants can be
forwards.
identified by the rotating
Now.
coin above their heads.
Let's go.
You can buy and sell all kinds of objects from a merchant. Go up to the merchant and speak to him by clicking on him with the right mouse button.
At your
A window
service.
will appear with the merchant's menu. On the left of the menu, you will see your objects, and on the right, the merchant's objects. Your available money and the price of
I'm
the
ready, let's
selected
go.
objects are displayed in the middle.
Let's go.
100
Follow
copper
me.
coins make 1 silver coin, and 100 silver coins make 1 gold coin. Objects in SpellForce are divided into 5 categories. The 5 symbols beside your inventory and the merchant's inventory will be dark if you or the merchant have no objects in this category. You want to sell the gem to get money for a purchase. Select the lowermost symbol to open
Yes,
the category
forwards.
Quest and Value Objects.
Follow me.
Click on the gem.
Destiny awaits.
The object
now.
you are offering will be marked green, and in the middle you will see the price the merchant wants to pay. Click on Sell.
Now.
What does the rune desire?
Tahira. So the others found you?
Yes, they're all well. Were you able to find...
In the orcs' camp. Be careful. Those beasts are tough. You'll have to... Once you've conquered them, bring the rune to me.
Now you can buy something else with the money.
You must kill the leader of the...
Destiny waits.
Conclude the trade by clicking on the check mark on the lower left in the window or by pressing the escape key.
Very well, off I go. I'm on it.
Open your inventory, select the category Rune Board, and place the human worker rune in the slot with the human
I'm ready to go.
portrait on the lower left of the rune board.
On my way. Yes, on my way. No problem. On my way.
Close your
Your
inventory.
work. Let's get cracking then. Ready to go. Out to work.
Follow the path to the bindstone.
Here we go.
Select the bindstone and activate it using the action bar. Should your character perish, you will not
Here I
have to
am.
repeat
Understood.
the whole journey.
Off to work.
On my adventure.
You can
Follow
travel
me.
from one bindstone to another bindstone you have already activated.
Now.
To do this, select your avatar and go to the bindstone, click on it with the right mouse button and select your destination.
Here I am.
You can try this
I'm
out
on it.
now if you want. When you are
No
done,
problem.
follow the
Let's
path
get
to the
cracking
human
then.
monument.
I'm ready.
Speak to Joshua, the man directly beside the monument.
Let's go. Follow me.
Yes, on my way.
You
Break's
should
over,
now
time for
have
work. Ready
received
to
a
go.
quest.
Let's get
Open your
cracking then.
inventory and select the quest book page. In the middle of the window, you will see all your current
You must...
You have received the quest, The Lost Rune. When you click on this quest, the individual steps of this quest will appear on the right. When you hold the mouse pointer over one of these individual steps, close your inventory.
The rune calls.
I shall not fail.
Go to the monument, select it, and click on the rune symbol in the action bar. The moment you occupy a worker monument, things get serious. Normally, when enemies discover your newly established settlements, they will do all they can to destroy
over,
you as
time for
quickly
work.
as possible.
Ready to go.
On
Understood.
this map, however, you can take your time.
As good as done. Your orders? That way.
You can now summon human workers. Select the monument and click on the worker symbol
Here we
in
go.
the action bar.
Master understood.
The worker will appear in a couple of seconds. You may also click the symbol several times to order more workers.
Break's over. Time for
Produce
work.
at least 5 workers. When you have selected the monument, you will see numbers indicating your population limitations below. The upper number indicates how many workers of this race. At present, you can produce up to 20 workers. On the upper right, you will now find a portrait for human workers. The number indicates how many workers can collect different resources depending on their race. To the left of the monument, you will find a stone quarry, and to have workers collect a resource, select one or more workers and then click with the right mouse button directly on a tree, stone. On the top edge of the screen, you will see the amount of resources you already select workers and send them with the right mouse
Building
button to
completed.
chop down trees, collect stone and mine ore until you have at least 50 units of
Here we
each
go.
of these 3 basic
Yes,
resources.
on my way. As good as done. completed. Ready to go. Orders? I'm on it. At your service. Ready to go. As good as done. As good as done. At your service. Let's get cracking then. Master of the room, here we go. Yes, I'm on it. At your service. No problem. Ready to go. Let's get cracking then. Building completed. Yes. Ready to go. Here I am. Here I am. At your service. At your service. Your orders? Ready to go. Understood. Building completed. Over. Time for work. Here I am. Very well. Off to work.
Ready to fight,
right
sir.
away, sir.
Awaiting
Right
your
away,
orders.
sir.
Ready and able. Understood.
Yes, sir.
Ready to go. I'm on it. At your service. Over. Time for work. Your orders? Here I am. On my way. Here we go. Master of the rune? At your service.
Awaiting your orders.
Will be done. Right away. Ready to go.
Very good. You now have sufficient resources to construct your first buildings. Select a worker and click on the building symbol in the action bar. A selection of buildings will appear. Click on the woodcutter hut and select a site in the game world near the forest to start construction by clicking the left mouse button.
Your orders?
The selected worker will now begin to erect the building. You can select additional workers and now select some other workers and build a quarry near the stone resources and a mine near the iron.
Your orders? Here we go. Yes?
In each of these resource buildings, up to 5 workers can advance to the status of so-called craftsmen. Craftsmen have different clothing and special tools, and are twice as efficient as simple workers. When you select the finished building, then you can see how many craftsmen are already assigned to this building in the selection window. When you click an empty symbol, and there is another free worker available, those workers that construct a building automatically. When you send a worker to a building with the right mouse button, you can fill free jobs. This way, workers who, for example, chop down trees, will automatically look for free jobs in woodcutter houses. Wait until all 3 buildings are finished. Should construction work fail to continue on a building, this means you have mistakenly removed all the workers from the construction site. Now your resources should increase much faster. In order to recruit a larger army, you will need food. Humans are very flexible. In the area surrounding your base, you will find a number of animals. Build a hunting lodge to gather food. Additionally, construct a small headquarters so that you will have up to 30 workers at your disposal.
Yes, on my way. Let's get cracking then. At your service. All right then. As good as done. Your orders? That way. As good as done. Yes, I'm on it. Master of the Rune? Your orders? Ready to go. All right then. The rune calls. Ready to go. Let's get cracking then. Building completed.
You can send up to 5 workers to the hunting lodge to collect food faster. The amount of the food you have stored determines the maximum size of your army.
Master of the Rune?
The flags on the buildings show you whom the buildings belong to and if workers are currently active in this building. If you look carefully, you will see that the lake behind the human monument is full of fish. There are also some berry bushes on the bank.
Let's get cracking then.
But these serve exclusively as food for elves. Now you should do something to defend your settlement. Build 2 towers in the area around the stone slabs, as enemies might come from this direction.
Building completed. As good as done. Break's over. Time for work. Ready to go. At your service. As good as done. Let's get cracking then. At your service. Break's over. Time for work. Your orders? Very well. Off I go. As good as done. Master of the Rune? Master of the Rune? Let's get cracking then. Building completed. Building completed.
Some goblins are attacking your settlement. You will soon hear an alarm signal and see a red symbol on the overview map indicating the site of the attack. Defend your town with your avatar and your hero.
At your command. Understood. On my way. Yes. Understood. For the glory of Aonir. Being attacked. Onwards, warriors.
Never surrender.
Here we go. As good as done. I'm on it.
Excellent. The attack has been thwarted.
Master of the room?
By the way,
Understood.
whenever you hear an alarm signal, you can use the space bar to
Eyes open,
immediately
sword
switch
ready,
to the
sir.
site of the action.
Yes, sir. Securing the area. All right.
Here I am.
If your towers are
Off to work.
damaged, you can have
Master of
them
the room?
repaired. Select one or more workers for the job and
At
click
your
with the right
problem.
mouse button on the damaged structure. You can not only summon workers at a human monument, but also human warriors and
Building
mages.
completed.
Single warriors summoned at the human monument will not be as strong as your avatar or your hero. With
Understood.
sufficient
Your
resources,
orders?
however, you
All
can
right, then.
produce
Break's
whole
over. Time
armies.
for work. Your orders?
Now it is
Here we go.
time to build an army. Firstly, you will need to construct
Ready
a
for the
fortress.
way, sir.
Ready and able.
Weapons
Destiny
and armor
awaits.
for battle units will be manufactured in this
To
forge.
adventure.
If you have several
Forwards.
forges, you can produce units faster. Battle units are also summoned to human monuments. If you would like to establish a rally point for new units, select the human monument and summon at least 3 recruits and 3 scouts. If you are unable to produce units, you will find text marked in red in the help window,
To adventure.
which specifies the reason why, for example, a missing or unoccupied building,
Forwards.
or insufficient resource.
Quickly
The orcs
now.
have their own scouts always on the
Let's go.
lookouts for enemies.
To adventure.
If one of these scouts discovers your settlement or your warriors, he will return to his headquarters and sound the alarm. A scout is about to discover your settlement, which is shown by a yellow symbol appearing
Freedom.
on the overview map.
Yes, sir.
Destroy the
Adventure.
opponents before they can get away.
Let's go. Follow me. Forward.
You may not be attacked now. The enemy headquarters will eventually notice the missing
Let's go.
scout and start searching for him. You
To
have,
adventure.
however, gained time
Let's go.
and can use it to quickly produce
For the
more
order.
scouts and recruits.
Enemy contact.
It is important for you to destroy the buildings in the enemy camp as quickly as possible, because new
Freedom.
opponents are continuously being recruited.
Fortify the defense.
To produce a larger army, you will need larger quantities of food. Select your human
They're
monument.
attacking.
Let's go. For the order.
Never surrender. Never surrender. Fortify the
Our
defenses.
warriors, stand by me.
Never surrender.
Forwards. Follow me.
At your service.
I'm ready to adventure. Forwards.
Ready to go.
I'm ready. Let's go. Follow me.
The lower numbers in the selection window on the left indicate how many combat units you have. As well, inside the headquarters buildings, you can use food to increase the maximum size of your army. Select your small headquarters building.
Yes, on my way.
In the action bar below, you will now see a symbol for food. When you hold the mouse pointer directly above, when you click once on the symbol, the maximum number of combat units will increase from 10 to 15 for 100. Increase the maximum number of combat units to at least 20 units by clicking the symbol twice. If the symbol is darkened, your hunters have not acquired sufficient food, and you will have to wait a while. With the small headquarters, you can support a maximum of 30 combat units. Medium-sized or large. If you later decide to play with 2 allied races, then the maximum number of combat units for the entire. Produce additional scouts and recruits and destroy the orc camp in the east. Secure more resources and ensure you have sufficient food.
Here I am. On my way.
You cannot search corpses or chests when enemies are near.
All right then.
There is a chest in the orc camp. Stand close to it with one of your characters, and you will be able to open the chest by clicking with the right mouse button. Take possession of both plans. You have just found the construction plan for a new building, and the unit plan for the human unit clerics.
Master of the Here we go.
Open your inventory and go to the plans page. Here you have an overview of which building and unit plans you have for all 6 races. On the right-hand side in the window, you can select the race. Select humans. Place the unit plan in a free space among the units in the lower line.
Building completed.
You can now produce this unit at your human monument, provided you have the required buildings and sufficient resources.
New skill is available. Ready to go.
Place the building plan in an empty slot on the line of building icons. The first line may be full, so you might have to press the right arrow. Now your workers are able to construct the Temple of Light. Close your inventory. If you want to summon human units with magic powers, you will need Aria, a magic liquid.
Eyes
Near
open,
the orc
sword
camp,
ready,
you will
sir.
find
Understood.
an Aria spring.
All right.
Yes, let's
Simple
go.
workers are
Shall
not
we?
Ready to
able
fight,
to
sir.
collect Aria. You will need a special building
Ready for
that
action.
purpose.
Securing the area.
Put up an Aria shrine near
On my
the Aria
command,
spring
to
and the
adventure.
Temple of Light in your
Yes.
main settlement. To select this building, you must click on the pointer on the right of the building selection. Up to 5 workers can work in the Aria shrine and collect Aria.
Orders? Here I am. As good as done.
The Temple of Light serves to invoke units with magic powers, comparable to the forge for weapon production. Several temples allow you to invoke magic units
That way.
more quickly. Additionally, you can buy upgrades at the Temple of Light.
Awaiting your
Upgrades
order.
are possible on several buildings, and they generally improve your units as well as offering other benefits. If you select the temple and have sufficient resources, you can click the clerical blessing symbol below.
Master of the
All the clerics you summon after
Awaiting
this
your
will have a
order.
shield and sizable mana reserves
Master of
at
the
their
Rune.
disposal. Beside the Aria Spring, you will see Lenya plants and moon silver. Both resources cannot be used by humans, but play an important role for other races. Produce at least 3 clerics. Should you be unable to produce the unit, the button will be darkened. In this case, move
Ready to
the
right away,
mouse
sir.
over the button and follow the instructions in the help
Awaiting
window.
your order.
In case you already have the maximum number of units, you can select units and destroy them by using the key K.
Destiny
Quickly
awaits.
now.
I'm ready.
Ready to fight,
Right away,
sir.
Yes.
The next thing we want to do is gear up
I shall
iron
not
production a little. Put up a smelting works as close as possible to your mine building.
Here I am.
The mine craftsman will now deliver the mined ore to the smelting works, where it will be processed. Simple workers can only deliver their resources to headquarters and money. All the craftsmen can deliver their iron ore to a smelting works, their wood to a sawmill, their stones to a stone. Build a food storehouse. When the food storehouse is finished, you can use food to regenerate the life points and mana reserves in your summoned units. This is especially important if you summon several magic units. Your avatar and your heroes, by the way, regenerate themselves without summoned at least 15 combat units.
Eyes on my way. Sword ready, sir.
If you
all
follow
right.
the
Yes, sir.
path past the orc camp farther to the east, you will arrive at an enemy lookout. As
Yes.
soon as it makes sight contact, it will alarm its headquarters.
On my command.
Advance with your avatar, the hero, and at least 15 combat units to the east. As soon as the
Now.
lookout has discovered you, a yellow warning signal will appear on the overview map.
Ready to go.
Let's go. To adventure. Let's go. To adventure. Forwards.
The orcs have been alerted to your presence
Quickly
and will send out an assault wave to confront you. Destroy the orcs and their camp.
They're attacking.
Follow me. For the order.
Enemy contact.
Follow me. To adventure. Quickly now. To adventure. Follow me.
Enemy contact.
Now. For the order.
Fortify the defenses.
For the order. We're under attack. For the order. Unlike at arms, men. Destiny for
Here I am.
Destiny awaits. Now.
Congratulations. If you now look in your
Let's go.
quest book, you will see that you have now solved the the leader of the orcs was carrying the rune. Loot the corpse and take the rune if not already done so. Now go back to Joshua at the human monument and talk to him.
Eyes open, sword ready, sir. Ready for action.
Very well. The rune's orders. Done.
Sir. Yes,
Moving
sir.
out.
Awaiting your orders.
By Zarek's accursed eyes, the rune. Even if I can barely stand to look, Master Rowan.
You have received additional experience points for solving the quests, and your avatar has, with every new level, your avatar will have more life points and mana reserves. You open the inventory and go into the category Character Information. On the right of the window, select your avatar if it's not already activated. On the left of the window, you will see the skills of your avatar, and in the middle, its attributes. Distribute the new attribute points, for example, for strength or wisdom. To do this, click in the window on the small arrows directly beside the numbers of the attributes. The individual attributes stand for the characteristics of a figure. If you pass over an attribute with a mouse pointer, the help window will explain the meaning of the individual numbers. Now distribute the new skill points. Click on New Skills and select Light Combat. Distribute the second point wherever you like by clicking on one of the small arrows beside the skill. Due to your improved skills in light combat, you have now received an additional combat skill. It's called Berserk. You will find this melee combat skill in your spell book. Transfer Berserk to your magic memory. Close your inventory. Combat abilities and some magic spells are not cast at a target. Test the Berserk ability by selecting your character and clicking the symbol below in the action bar, or above left on the portrait. When you trigger the Berserk ability, your avatar causes an enormous damage to the enemy for a short period of time. This can be very helpful in an emergency situation. Now speak to Joshua again.
Ready for action. Securing the area.
It's slowly getting to be time for me to head out.
Come along. I'll accompany.
Zerba, have mercy. Will this never end?
That will be interesting.
Rowan! Later, and we would have been lost.
Do you have the rune?
Tahira salvaged it from the ruins. Here it is.
Tahira, I thank you. You have...
served you well?
I can understand your fury. Believe me, it was worth it. This rune is the key to our future and past. But I don't want to bother you any longer. Live in peace, Tahira. We will not meet again.
Farewell, Tahira.
You can now leave this map through the magic portal, or follow the path to the south, where further opponents are waiting along with some useful hints which you don't necessarily need for the first maps. By clicking on the options in the top right, you can go west to the portal to leave the map, or follow the path to the south to find more useful hints. Portals allow you to travel to new platforms, even if you have no active bindstone at your disposal. By using this portal, you will enter the next map.
Ready and able. Yes.
Yes, sir. Ready to fight, sir. Right away, sir. Fortify the defenses. All right. Right away, sir. Moving out. direction!
Welcome back, my friend. I know your memory is paled. 8 years is a long time. Many things have happened. The war is over, but its consequences were terrible. The convocation has shattered the countenance of our world. Since then, I've tried to retain whatever is left over from this world. But now I have a feeling of time closing in. The circle is closing, and these lands need a protector. May the power of the ruin reawaken with you. But this time, you should not be the slave of someone else's will. This rune is the scourge on which your soul was forged. Wear it now yourself, and be the master of your own decisions.
I'm free.
Master Rowan, the Orders sent me with an important message. Something's happening at the Wildland Pass. Creatures made of black steel. They are breaking into the Northlands.
The Iron Ones have come. So, it has now begun.
You must set out at once.
Indeed. I will go see Darius. You, my friend, should gather your strength first and arm yourself. Follow the messenger to the town of Greyfell. When you get there, speak to my friend Sartarius. He will give you your instructions. He belongs to the Order of Dawn. Good luck. We'll meet again when I return, Rune Warrior.
By the gods! He really called a Rune Warrior!
I can hardly remember. How do I get to that city, Greyfell?
Follow the path through the rocks. I'll go with you. But let's be careful. The mountain goblins are in an uproar.
Iron is light. Welcome to the Northern Realm.
What kind of place is...
This is the Shadow Pass. It leads through the mountains to our capital city, Greyfell, the seat of the House of...
How do I get to Greyfell?
Just follow this trail, but keep your eyes peeled. This land isn't... Should you get into trouble, then run back here.
Has the old man gone off?
As you predicted, my lord. He will move on to the Wildland Pass.
Good. The snare is slowly beginning to close. He will never return from there.
What will happen with the rune slave, my lord?
Kill him. And then give this casket to the leaders of the Black Fist. It contains the plans for the invasion.
But my lord, I cannot conquer this rune warrior. I'm just a messenger, not a fighter.
I have complete confidence in you. Bring the casket to the Black Fist. I will give you a princely reward.
Lord. All right then. Die, rune slave!
What happened here?
Treason. I must get to Greyfell by the fastest route.
Mountain goblins have blocked that route. They're already setting up a camp. There is a rune monument right near. Summon your army there. It's the only way you can break through to Greyfell.
First, I must search for this traitor. The casket must be brought to the Order as quickly as possible.
It's an ambush!
At your service. Off to work. Here I am. Very well, off I go. No problem. Yes, on my way. Break's over, time for work. Ready to go. Let's get cracking then. Strikes then. Yes. Master, no problem. Building completed. At your service. Right then. Oh! Attack. Yes. Yes, on my way. Let's get cracking then. Here I am. That way. No problem. Here I am. I'm on it. Here we go. Ready to go. Let's get cracking then. Ready to go. As good as done. Master of the rune. Ready to go. All right then. At your service. Understood. Off to work. Here I am. Your orders? Master of the Rune? At your service. Master of the Rune? Yes, I'm on it. Master of the Rune? Here we go. Let's get cracking then. Here I am. Very well, I'm on it. Your orders? No problem. I'm on it. Ready to go. Understood. At your service. Break's over, time for work. Here I am. Understood. Your orders? As good as done. Yes? Your orders? Very well, off I go. Master of the Rune?
Awaiting your orders.
At your service.
Ready to fight, on my way. Moving out.
Here, now.
I am ready.
Follow me.
On my command.
Forwards. At arms, men.
Here, stay with me, men. Fortify the defenses.
Let's go.
Right away, sir.
I shall not fail. At arms, men.
Eyes on my way. Sword ready, sir. Securing the area. Awaiting your orders. Ready to fight the enemy.
I shall not. For our near.
Ready to go.
Ready to fight, sir. Eyes open, sword ready, sir. Securing the area. Yes, sir.
I am ready. I shall not. Follow me.
Awaiting your orders. Never surrender. Yes, sir. Sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. For Greece. Yes. Forwards. Here, now. On my command. To adventure. Forwards. Now. For the order. Forwards. At arms, men. At arms, men. For the order. Into battle we go. The lines must hold.
Eyes open, sword ready, sir.
Stay with me, men. Follow me. For our near.
Yes, sir. Enemy contact.
I shall not fail. Here, for our near.
Eyes open, sword ready, sir.
Here, now. Quickly now. Into battle we go. Follow me. Forwards. Forwards. Follow me. Now. Let's go. Follow me.
Orcs! They're burning everything down! Where are the guards? Help us in our defense, quick! Otherwise we are lost!
Yes. Forwards. Follow me.
Eyes on my way. Sword ready, sir. Awaiting your orders.
Yes, sir. All right. Yes, sir. Understood. Right away, sir.
Thank you. Without you, things would have looked pretty bleak for us. The guards have a good Here, take this as your reward. And please excuse the others. The people are a little frightened of you. You're on the way to Greyfell. Oh, it isn't very far from here to Greyfell. Just follow the trail up the mountain. Have a good journey.
Securing the area. Securing the area. Moving out. Securing the area. Ready for action. Understood. Eyes open, sword ready, sir. Ready for action. Right away, sir. Ready for action. Never surrender. Securing the area. Ready to fight, right away, sir. Right away, sir. Right away, sir. Moving out. Sir, all right. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Moving out. Stay with me, men. Yes, sir. Understood. Awaiting your order. Moving out. Eyes on my way. Sword ready, sir. Securing the area. Eyes open, sword ready, sir. Understood. Moving out. Eyes open, sword ready, moving sir. Out. On my way. Understood. All right. Moving out. Right away, sir. Moving out. Right away, sir. Ready for action. Securing the area. Yes, sir. Understood. Sir. Yes, sir. All right. Understood. Securing the area. On my way. Sir, on my way. Yes, sir. Understood. Ready to fight, sir. Moving out. On my way. Understood. All right. Right away, sir. Securing the area. All right. Ready to fight, sir. Moving out. Securing the area.
Sartarius?
That's who I am. And you must be the rune warrior Rowan awoke.
Rowan is in great danger. I must speak to him.
He set out toward the Wildland Pass, along with his bodyguard.
That won't be enough for him. There's another mage of the circle here. He confronted us in the mountains. Your messenger was a traitor. He led me right to him.
Another circle mage? Ye gods! Who?
His face was hidden under a dark hood.
And the traitor?
Dead. The Dark Circle Mage gave him this casket for the leader of the Black Fist.
The Black Fist? Impossible! That would mean...
To arms! Cave orcs! They're coming in from the Shadow Pass!
Orcs! They must have followed you from the mountains. Quickly! The Order must participate in the defense. The town laws demand that we intervene. Take over the command of these knights.
At your service, sir.
Follow the soldier to the gate. Return to me when the attack has been repulsed. Good luck.
Follow me! There they are!
On my command.
Keep them away from the city.
I am ready. Follow me. Forward.
Sir! Yes, sir!
Understood.
Stay with me, men. Ready to fight, right away, sir.
A customer. Welcome. Open wide and show me your teeth. There's certainly something wrong with...
You won't make any money on me. My teeth are just fine, thank you.
I also puncture cataracts. Your eyes look a little dull to me.
No, thank you.
Oh, well. Sooner or later you'll come crawling to me. Don't wait until it's too late.
I've already died so many.
What do you mean? Ah, you might be able to do me a favor. The last time I was in Leonon, a gang of goblins stole a set of my most expensive pliers and tweezers. Should you happen to find them...
I find the idea of goblins pulling one another's teeth out highly interesting, but I will keep an eye out for them.
Good work, friend. Now, let us consider what else must be done.
Somebody has to follow Rowan and warn him.
And I think I know who. But first show me the casket you told me of.
Here. The Dark Mage gave it to the messenger.
Let me see.
Is there any kind of magic that will...
Yes. However, this seal was made by a circle...
Then I must bring the casket.
Consider this your first...
Which route will Rowan...
You will first go to see Darius, the cartographer. This letter will open the gate to Lianon for you. And this runer here, ask Darius about Rowan's whereabouts. Look for Rowan and warn him.
What is the Black Fist?
The Black Fist is a band of mercenaries and looters under the leadership of... Until recently, they were just a gang of robbers. But for the past few weeks, disquieting reports about their mischief have reached us. People speak of someone is supporting them.
How do I get to Leon?
Go to the northeasternmost end of the city. Give the soldiers my letter. They will open the gate.
What are these portals?
The portals are magical connections between the islands. They are the only way anyone can travel from land to land and cover the huge distances between them.
Where do they come from?
Rowan made them. We don't know much about them, only that he was gone for 6 years, and that he built them in every land. While he was making them, he didn't distinguish between the nations of the light and the darkness, and just as little between nations and creatures. It was his wish for the world to become one again. This is why we need the gate fortresses.
What is the house of Leonidar?
Leonidar is one of the 5 great royal houses of Nortanda. It once controlled the green lands north of here, all the way to the coast of Fiyar. Now they only dominate the island of Leonon and are the smallest of the still existing houses. The other houses are Utran, Halet, Wolfgar, to whom this city here belongs, and Iskandar, which, however, was snuffed out.
What does the Order of Dawn stand for?
The Order stands for the new beginning, the setting out towards a new era. Rowan himself created it to help him organize the new world. We are protectors, teachers, and builders. It is our task to help the new realms. Even the Dark Nations see this as our task. Though there are many in our midst who are striving for more, for fame, for power. But Rowan will not reveal the secrets of his magic. He has witnessed what it is capable of. Nevertheless, conflict and envy arise amongst the brothers of the Order. But don't be misled by that. Concentrate only on your tasks.
What? Oh, welcome.
You look more like you're frightened.
What?
Can I help you?
What? Well, yes. You see, my master, the sorcerer Tanard, is dissatisfied with me. He is constantly tormenting me with impossible tasks. And now somebody has stolen the master's eyeglasses. I wanted to bring them to be adjusted, and somebody grabbed them right out of my hand. I followed the thief, but he ran into the mountains, to the place where all those horrible creatures make their homes. What can I do now? Master Tanard will kill me. Please, keep your eyes peeled. Perhaps you'll find the thief. Bring the eyeglasses back to me before the master notices anything. Please. Have you found the eyeglasses?
I found these eyeglasses on a thief in the mountain.
Auner's mercy, these are the ones. Now I can finally... No, I can't. I forgot...
What?
I broke the Master's magic quill last week, and in all the excitement, I forgot to get a replacement.
I should think there would be enough merchants in Greyfell.
No. Quills like that are extremely rare. They are only made by the Circle itself and the Talindian Guild. No merchant here has anything like that on sale. Believe me, it's very upsetting.
I don't know if I'll run across any quills in the course of my travels, but if I do, I'll try to remember you.
Yes, please, do that, warrior. Should you come across an unusual quill, then bring it to me. Perhaps you'll be lucky.
At your service. Ready to
That
go.
way.
Master
As
of the
good as
moon.
done.
Leonon is a war zone. No one may cross it without a pass.
I have a letter from the Order.
Let me see it. That's fine. We're always glad to see someone from the Order in the land of the Leonidars. Open the gate.
Stay with me, men. The lines must hold. Warriors, stand by me.